to happen, there is one who may help us.
You can say that again. It was the Chinese box office in this case.
We have no choice.
Warcraft released in the US, and Universal had a real battle here. This movie reportedly needed to make $400 million to break even, but it only earned $47 million at the US box office. When it went on release in China, it took that in just its first day, and $221 million in total over the course of its release.
We needed a new weapon.
And that weapon, China's box office for Pacific Rim. The film's budget, $190 million. Its US box office, $101 million. In Hollywood's math, that adds up to a flop. But in China, Pacific Rim earned another $111 million, helping double the movie's ticket sales. Because the fact is, the Chinese box office is proving to be a lifeline for many here in Hollywood. See, American films will naturally be released here in the US first. That's just the way things happen. But when they head east, they can make so much money, meaning even if a film flops here in the US, it's not necessarily the end of the story. And the studios know that, says Variety's chief international film critic. He points out they are not just releasing films in China, they're adding a little extra too. Case in point, Iron Man 3.
Which actually created a whole subplot of an extra about 5 minutes that was inserted into the middle of that movie. Americans never saw it, no one outside of China did, but the idea was, let's see if we can involve a Chinese character and sort of like a Chinese setting into the whole Iron Man conflict to kind of engage the local audience more.
Resident Evil, the final chapter, another US movie that performed well in China. More than $30 million on day one, more than $94 million over a 4-day weekend. How embarrassing is it for Hollywood that it has to almost look to China, in some cases, to make the films profitable?
I don't know if it's embarrassing. I think it's the sign of the times. I think Hollywood is also looking for China as a source of funding for the film, so I think we're very grateful because it's been so volatile these last 10 years since the demise of the DVD market. And, you know, China is bringing a lot of money to Hollywood, so I think they're looking at it as a partnership rather than a demise, because I think there's a lot of opportunity. We're still making our product, and now we just have larger markets to go to.
But one thing to remember here, Hollywood films getting distribution may be welcomed by the studios, but it is not an automatic right.
The thing that's sort of strange about the Chinese box office is you basically wait until you've reached the finish line. The movie is done, and now you petition for the right to be released in China. And if the Chinese government gives you permission, suddenly you now have this opportunity where there is this market that can sometimes generate an additional as much as $200 million for your movie that's open to you. But that's not necessarily something you know from the get-go.
For movies like La La Land, which swept the Oscars and got distribution in China, it means they are now sweeping the Chinese box office too, with huge sums of money at stake. There is a lot for Hollywood to be singing and dancing about. Phil Lavelle, CGTN, Hollywood.